Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Mixed Text and Politics. We have a sad story for you today, if you have not heard about this. From the post-millennial Texas Supreme Court rules against father seeking to prevent chemical castration of his son. Let's dive into this. All right. Jeffrey Younger has lost his court case to prevent his ex-wife from taking their son to California, where he could be medically transitioned. Younger has been trying to stop this from happening for years and said that he now has reached the end of the line. He wanted the courts to stop his ex-wife from taking the children to California and to protect his boys from medical mutilation at the hands of their mother, who is a pediatrician. The court prevents him from forcing the mother to bring back the boys from California. Younger has accused her of using the children to help advertise her inclusive gender affirming practice. What is with these people when they're. I don't understand. This is a tweet from Jeff Younger, who is the father of these children. The Supreme Court of Texas denied my mandamus, effectively terminating my parental rights. My children are now subject to being chemically castrated in California. Texas is an empire of child abuse led by Texas judges. This after Judge Kim Cooks on October 24th said that both parents should have a joint managing conservatorship over which each able to have a say in his medical treatment. The custody case was before the Supreme Court of Texas, which ruled against Younger. Younger had issued a petition on December 16th to try to retain his parental rights after his ex-wife took the boys to California. Wow. California has a law in place starting Sunday, which was January 1st, that children in the state will not be returned to their home state in the event that the home state would prevent children from being medically transitioned to present as the opposite sex. Younger wanted his boys brought home. And I talked about this the other day with the 5 new wacky laws in California that took place starting in 2023. SB 107, Sanctuary State for Transgender Kids. This law, signed by Governor Gavin Newsom in September, protects the use of drugs or surgery to provide so-called gender-affirming care to children from other states where the use of such treatments is restricted or criminalized. It prohibits doctors from releasing information to other states and prohibits California courts interfering in child custody over such treatment. So California said they're not interfering with any child custody over the issues over these treatments, and they're making it a sanctuary state for transgender kids. This is why this is happening. Let's see. Let's continue on here. Younger's concern, per his petition, is that California, his son will be subjected to transgender procedures deemed by child abuse by official opinion of the Texas Attorney General. Texas has a law against medical gender transition of children and teens. The children will lose those protections of injunctions on the mother that prevent her from chemically castrating the children or sexually mutilating them in transgender surgeries. Younger was married to a pediatrician. Her name is Ann. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Georgilis. And Younger, let's call her Ann. Ann and Younger ended up in a court fighting over the children when she believed that James, Younger's 7-year-old, wanted to live as a girl called Luna. She petitioned the court to prevent the ex-husband, Younger, from signing up Luna as James for any activities or taking her as James or calling her James or using male pronouns related to Luna at any activities outside the home. So this crazy woman, this crazy sick woman, petitioned to prevent the father from signing the son up in any sports and using his name, his real name, which is James. He had to go by Luna. Could not go by any male pronouns and activities outside the home. These people are sick in the head. They are sick individuals. Um, in a video posted to the dad's website, James is asked, "You're a boy, right?" "No, I'm a girl." "Who told you you were a girl?" "Mommy." The child said Anne also put James in dresses. "She buys me headbands, she gets me hair clips, she paints my nails." "Do you think you're a girl?" The child answered in the affirmative. Witnesses who knew the boys and could attest that James did not identify as a girl when left to his own devices were prevented from testifying in the case. One mother of the boy's friend said the testimony she isn't allowed to give in 2019 that over the past year I have observed that James is blissfully happy as a boy. He loves to march around outside and yell, "We are the only Boy Scout troop," or "I'm the leader of the wolf pack." He is always the ringleader, even though he isn't the oldest of the group. He loves dressing as a superhero and sword fighting. One day we all walked to a playground near my house, and on the way, James slipped in some mud and got his clothes dirty. He asked if he could borrow some clothes of some of my kids' clothes, and I could wash his. Of course, I said no problem, and grabbed him a pair of shorts from the chest of the drawers and tossed them to him. Wow. "Hang on while I grab a shirt from the closet," he immediately said. "Miss Sarah, I don't need a shirt. It's hot, and boys don't have to wear shirts in and boys don't have to wear shirts if they don't want to. Isn't that awesome?" "He was so cute," I said. "Yes, that is awesome." As he ran off to play, I did eventually get him to put on a shirt. It was gray with lizards on it, and he loved it. He also likes having his hair cut a certain way, but my son Grayson, that his mom, my son, but told my son Grayson that his mom wouldn't let him get too short, even though he wanted it to be spiky. Man. So this lady was not even allowed to testify in court. And she witnessed this boy over the past year as a happy boy playing with swords, slipping in mud, doing things that young boys do. And she saw no evidence of him wanting to be a girl. So it seems like that the James, the child, was only acting like this around the mother because the mother was the one who was putting this stuff in his head. That he's a girl, giving him dresses, painting his nails, trying to make him think that he is a girl when he actually is not. He was born a boy, and he acts like a boy around his father and his friends, playing with swords, doing stuff that boys do. Leader of the pack, the scouts, whatever he would say he was. This is why kids need to be kids. Let them be who they are. If he wants to be a girl at some point down the line, and he's 19, 20 years old, fine. He'll find out. He'll find out. I know somebody personally who is going through a transition. I've never met this person, but I know of this person. And these people are screwed up in the head, big time. A lot of these people end up having mental issues. And I saw a study that shows 85% of kids that think, I have to look into this a little bit more, but that kids that think that they are the opposite sex, 85% of the time they go on going back to what they really are. Let's say if I'm 6 years old and I think I'm a girl, if my parents let it play out without interfering, 85% of the time, that kid, myself, would go back to being knowing that I'm a boy. Would get away from that way of thinking is what I'm trying to say. I would get away from that thinking that I'm a girl. You just let it play out. You let kids be kids. You don't try to force them to think that they're the opposite sex. Or tell them, "Oh, yes, you are a girl. Your name is now Luna. I'm going to paint your nails." Just let it play out. That's it. A 7-year-old boy thinks he's a girl. He'll grow out of it. He'll get out of that at some point. Once he starts interacting with kids and he's in school and he's around other people doing things, he starts liking girls. All that way of thinking will go away. Just let it play out and don't try to interfere. And don't try to force them to think that they're the opposite sex because it's very disturbing and it's disgusting, honestly. Like I said, when you turn 18, you can do what you want. But while you're under the age of 18, this stuff will work itself out. And almost 9 times out of 10, the kids end up resorting back to knowing that they are a boy or a girl and they don't want to transition. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to stop the video right there. I will post this link below so you can check it out. Actually, there's a story from Daily Mail, which is a little bit more in depth. If you want to check that out, check out this story. But all right, guys, thanks for listening. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.